record. Continue.
Dia sent a message, sir, that her mic is not working.
Oh, ठीक है. No problem. No problem. Please read.
216. What are perceptual bonds? Perceptual bonds are fixed income securities that do not have a maturity date in place.
சரியா படிமா, தப்பா படிக்கிற. சரியா படி.
What are perceptual bonds?
தப்பா
Perceptual
படிக்கிறீ.
bonds.
தப்பா படிக்கிறிய. Perpetual.
Okay, sir. Perpetual bonds are fixed income securities that do not have a maturity date in place.
Good. Please read.
217. 217. What is a bearer bond? A bearer bond is defined as fixed income security that is owned by the holder instead of registered owner. It is issued by a business entity such as corporation or a government.
Continue.
218. What is known as ways and means advances? The Reserve Bank of India uses ways and means advances as part of its credit strategy to help state banking with its get through short-term cash flow imbalances in their receipts and payments.
Yeah, it is a type of facility
Two-
given to state governments. Continue.
219. What is known to be secured loan? A secured loan is a type of loan in which borrower pledges an asset such as car, property, or equity against the loan.
See, normally car and all will not be pledged. This answer is not correct. A secured loan is a type of loan in which a borrower offers an asset as security. That will do. Offering security can be done by way of mortgage, by way of pledge, by way of, say, hypothecation also. Mortgage is a facility that is used in the case of house property or land, where the title deeds is given under equitable mortgage. That's one. Number two, pledge. Pledge happens in the case of advances like gold loan, where the jewel is given under secure custody of the bank. And hypothecation, this comes in the case of car loan, auto loan, and all. The property offered as security is still under the custody of the borrower, but the charge is created in the relevant places. For example, in the case of cars, lorries, and all, in the RC book, registration certificate book, the name of the bank will be entered as hypothecatee. Very good. Continue. 220.
220. What is known as unsecured loan? An unsecured loan is a loan that does not require you to provide any collateral to avail them. Example, credit cards, personal loans, and student loans.
Yeah. Personal loans. Yeah. In fact, I was reading some report in some paper that taking personal loans is made difficult nowadays. Aishwarya, you know what is that problem about? Because one, in the case of jewel
Yes, sir.
loans, Reserve Bank made it difficult now because they said the gold loan given must be adjusted within 12 months. That's one. Number two,
Yes, sir.
they said you cannot automatically renew the gold loan, but you must adjust the first loan by paying full cash. Then next day you have to avail the gold loan. But majority of the borrowers, they may not be able to do this. If they have to borrow money for paying this loan for one day, the money lenders will charge huge interest for that. I don't know how you are all managing for this in your bank, Aishwarya. Are you in connection with jewel loan or not?
No, sir.
No, you don't know. Acha, I don't know how the people will be adjusting it. This otherwise there will be another market created. There can be a situation. Some of the people working in the bank itself will offer money today and take it out of the loan to be given on the next day and then take some charges for that. This is paving way for wrong deeds being connected. But what to do? Government. Same thing they said. There are some restrictions imposed in the case of personal loan. Tomorrow you tell me what is that restriction. What is your name?
Okay, sir.
Aishwarya. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Continue.
What is known as the 221? What is known as the differential rate of interest? The differential rate of interest scheme, also known as DIR, was launched to provide credit access to low income groups.
Yeah, in this case, the interest rate charged is only 4%. Only 4%. But it is normally given for certain type of people only. Um, for example, if we want to know about it, I mean, what is the condition for that? You must have studied about it. Aishwarya, tell me.
Yes, sir. Sir, the loan is the low maximum loan amount is 15,000, sir.
Mm,
For normal, when they want to avail, in case of housing finance, it is allowed up to 20,000 rupees.
mm,
It's mostly to SC/ST borrowers.
mm. Very
And
good.
read the
Now,
section.
now, can you please read this? What is your you are
Yes, sir.
not seeing it. You are not.
Differential rate of interest scheme
Ah,
in
please read.
India provides bank loans at concessional rate of 4% per annum to certain weaker sections of the community for productive and gainful activities. This scheme, initiated in 1972, aims to improve the economic conditions of these individuals by offering easier access to credit. Here's a more detailed look at the DRI scheme. Key features: concessional interest rate. The primary feature is the 4% per annum interest rate, significantly lower than standard lending rates. Target beneficiaries. The scheme is designed to benefit scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, minorities, physically handicapped persons, individuals engaged in activities like collecting forest products, working in cottage and rural industries, and more. Loan amounts. The maximum loan amount varies, but it can be to 15,000 per borrower. Purpose of loans. The loans are intended for productive and gainful activities, helping beneficiaries generate income and improve their economic situation. Implementation. Banks, including both public and private sector banks, are involved in providing loans under the DRI scheme. Reservation for SC/ST. A portion of DRI advances is specifically reserved for scheduled caste and scheduled tribe beneficiaries, ensuring they benefit adequately from the scheme.
Yeah, and not only that, mm, it is. Yeah, and another point you told is about housing loan. It may be
Yes, sir. In case
20,000.
of
Yeah,
housing.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Good. This information is relevant for examinations. But in your interview, they may ask, in your CBI interview, they may ask you about DRI advances. And especially because you are in
Yes, sir.
credit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I am posting this in our group. Then we can read it afterwards. Now we are going to this one. Where are we? Interview questions. Now continue. Question number 222.
What is 220? What is known as bridge financing? Bridge financing is a loan where the time and cash flow between a short-term loan and long-term loan are filled up.
Hmm. I think here only you came, na? You joined
220.
our group studies with from 200 only, na? Last time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Continue 223.
223. What is known as a bailout? A, please go. A government or organization receiving financial support while it faces a possible bankruptcy danger is referred to as receiving a bailout.
Bailout means in the case of commercial, say public sector banks, when the bank is in very huge loss and all. That's what happened in the case of Central Bank, Bank of Maharashtra, Bank of India, IOB, and all that. The government gave funds as capital and bailed it out. And it happened in our case, in the case of my bank also, long back, 1996, 97, when Indian Bank had a loss of more than 3,000 crores. In those days, it was a very big sum. So people started withdrawing money from bank. There were long queues in the bank asking bank to give the money. So from that stage, Indian Bank came out by meeting all its liabilities. And then at that stage, government gave bailout for Indian Bank also. Continue to 24.
What are green bonds? Green bonds raise funds for new and existing projects which deliver environmental benefits and a more sustainable economy.
Continue.
225. What is known as the lock-in period? A guarantee is given by the lender that there will be no change in the quoted mortgage rates for a specific period of time, which is called a lock-in period.
Okay.
226. Who are categorized as low-risk customers? Low-risk customers,
Mm.
low-risk customers are defined as people and business whose entities and funding sources can be easily tracked and whose account transactions mainly match the known profile.
Yeah. Say, for example, a salaried man or a pensioner. So if his pension is around 40,000, what is the turnover happening in the account? Whether it is 40,000 or 1 lakh maximum, that is okay. When it is going to get more than that, they may have some suspicion. Continue. 227.
Two, which is the oldest credit rating agency in India? India's Credit Rating Information Services Limited is one of the India's oldest credit rating organizations.
Continue.
228. Tell us about some of the criteria for setting up a small finance bank. Criteria for setting up small finance banks. The minimum paid up capital for small finance banks shall be rupees 200 crores. Resident individuals, professional singles are jointly having at least 10 years of experience in banking and finance at senior level, and companies, societies in the private sector that are owned and controlled by residents.
Hmm.
Primary urban cooperative banks, which are desirous of voluntarily converting into small finance banks.
So they can start small finance banks. Yeah. Continue.
229. What are the roles of NPCI? Owns and operates a unified payment interface, provides safe and secure payment through UPI. NPCI approves the participation of issuer banks, PSP banks, third-party application providers, and prepaid payment instrument issuers in UPI.
Four.
NPCA includes transaction processing and settlement, dispute management, and clearing cutoffs for settlement.
Good. Continue.
230. What is the balance of trade? The balance of trade is the value difference over time between a nation's imports and exports of goods and services, typically expressed in the currency of the nation or economic union in question.
No, no, but this economic union and all not required. Balance of trade is the value difference over time between a nation's imports and exports of goods and services. That will do. Okay, very good. Now we will go to next person, our Subiksha.